All right. First of all, I want to welcome our viewers to DISSECT podcast. This is our introductory edition of DISSECT. My name is Amobi Okafor. I'm the co-founder of DISSECT. And here in the studio with me is my good friend, Kingsley Ezenwenyi. He is the creative force behind DISSECT. So, Kingsley, I want you to briefly introduce yourself. Tell us why we are here and what we are trying to dissect.
Well, thank you, my brother Amobi. You are a force behind this too.
No.
You are the architect.
No, wait a minute. Let me say this. You have been pushing for this for the past 4 years.
I know.
This is what you have been pushing, and finally we're here.
True.
So come on, tell me why you want to do this.
Yeah, my name, by way of introduction anyway, my name is Kingsley Ezenwenyi, Kingsley Eze for short. So this DISSECT podcast, the name DISSECT, is not an accident of history. We didn't stumble on it.
No.
It was a thorough research.
Yes.
Because what we want to do is not restrictive to anything in particular, politics, religion, tribe
or anything.
It's all encompassing, holistic. We want to capture with this podcast name is we want to dissect facts from fiction. We want to dissect political actors and gladiators and what informed their decisions and others.
And we are not only restricting it to politics.
No.
Okay, so we want to make clear
even
that,
in the villages.
Exactly, we will go everywhere.
Why people get involved in village politics too? Because as our Ganifa used to say, he said that everything you do in this world is politics.
Of course,
law without politics is no law. So what we are trying to say is this. You know, when we want to discuss political issue, it's a total dissection.
Exactly.
We pieces everything for you, tell you how it
and
goes.
Everything we are trying to say here is our opinion, but supported by facts, right?
And if you want to disprove us, you call.
Then you can call in and disprove us.
And we are going to call names. We are not saying we want
and this is exactly why I want to work with you.
Yes.
Because I know you've been pushing this. I'm like, I hate people that will sugarcoat issues.
I have been part and parcel of this political system in Nigeria.
Look, now that you say that.
I've been with these actors.
No. Now that you say that, you know, Anambra politics or Anambra election is fast approaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I know in the past that you have played a critical role in politics in Anambra.
Yes.
So I want some people that may not know who you are, right? I know the role you played. Was it in Ngige?
Yes.
Against P2B?
Yes, in 2010 election.
Tell me a little bit about that.
No, I was the director of research, planning and strategy.
For
not just in Ngige campaign, for ACN and APC.
ACN and ACN.
Yeah, it was ACN before.
Okay.
But that transited to APC. There was a merger, and both ACN, some part of ABGA, some part of PDP, and all those that form APC. You know, at Lagos.
So Ngige ran under APC.
ACN. Then.
See, I don't know much politics. That's why you're here. Yeah. So wait a minute. We're just going back before we move forward, right?
Yeah.
So Ngige ran under ACN. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Then.
Yes.
And P2B was ABGA. Okay.
So I was the director of research, planning and strategy for Ngige campaign.
Okay.
Under that election. And I saw in clear terms what politics is all about. You understand me? And how they play this politics.
And I remember, now that you say that, I remember, was it in 2009, before that election, that you asked me to, I came home with some campaign material.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
For you,
Yes.
for Ngige
For Ngige.
campaign then.
Onwa Geti also.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Some
Yes,
of
Onwa
us
Geti also,
put
yes.
Igwe
Igwe Obi
Obi
Nwekwere. It's
Onyekwere
now
and
Igwe
National
of
Igwe.
Igwe,
Yeah.
yes.
And all those.
Exactly. We were
And
actually
Enyi.
may his soul
And
rest
my
in peace.
cousin too.
Yes.
Ijoma. They all
Okay,
contributed.
yes, that's true. Yeah, we
So,
contributed a whole
what
lot.
I'm saying is that in DISSECT, we are here to analyze political actors, events, societal issues, even to the village level, the homeowners and our societies, the other title,
Because
the
let me
marriage
tell you
institutions,
something.
the everything. We will discuss
And
holistically.
and this is what I keep telling people. You cannot solve issues outside your family if your own family has a lot of issues. If your village that you come from has a lot of issues, right? The town you are from have a lot of issues. And now you are talking about Nigeria.
You see, that's
You
what
know,
I tell people when you talk about the president, we are marginalized, we are doing this. I said, the only struggle I will embark on is the struggle to the governor of my state, the struggle to the office of the local government. Every governor gets their allocation.
Okay.
What are they doing with it? That is what I want to ask before going to the federal.
Because
you have to start from the foundation. You know, if you don't get your foundation right, whatever substructure, so that's the problem we have.
Exactly.
We talk of marginalization, we talk of discrimination. Go to our villages, go to our families. All those things are inherent. And that's what we talk of: political dissection, economic dissection, tribal dissection, family dissection. That's the essence of DISSECT.
Okay,
we want to bring anything, dissect it the way a doctor dissects somebody in the theater and tell you what it's all about.
And for those of you that are trying to shut me up, I'm just telling you, this is just the beginning.
Of course.
And to be honest with you, this is not personal.
No, that's not personal.
It's not personal.
You know,
if you are doing well, we will call you out.
Yes.
If you are not doing well,
and state how you are doing well.
Right? Yeah. So we are not trying to dissect just issues, pointing out all the problems.
Individual actors.
Exactly. So
tell me who I don't know in Nigerian politics.
We're trying
within the Southeast.
Now let me ask you something.
I was the student union president at Uniport. Look, I entered University of Port Harcourt the same year with Wike and left
with Wike for him.
Yes. So we used to call him son of the soil.
Son of the soil.
Yes.
So what does that mean? I mean, Onyamala or what?
Not Amala, because he was very tribalistic. Let me tell you. Let me give you just a little. You know, this is DISSECT.
Exactly.
When I was contesting for student union president at Uniport, he had the effrontery to come.
You mean Wike?
Yes. To tell me that an Igbo man cannot be the student union president at the University of Port Harcourt.
But wait a minute, Wike is an Igbo man, though.
It's a discussion for another day. You see,
no, but Wike is so what I mean, are you saying this is not new?
No.
That Wike has been denying his Igbo-ness.
That is his problem. You see, I believe I belong to school of thought that I do not have interest in coercing somebody to accept that he's Igbo. I keep telling you, when Uweshe was the PG, President General of Igbo, and Dr. Ike Dife,
right,
and Raf Ndigwe was the publicity secretary during West. I used to tell them, why are you people forcing somebody to say that they're Igbo? By the time we start doing what we are supposed to be doing, people will be running to be Igbo.
Yes.
Why
yes,
not?
Yes.
Look at this man that was Kensaro Wiwa. All of them deny Igbo, but by the time Abacha wanted to send him to untimely death, he ran to Ikemba and wanted to solicit the support of Ikemba to the Igbos should rally around him. So that's the kind of things you allow. Prove yourself. Let people come and gather around you that they want to be Igbo. Because we are all Igbos.
So basically, Wike is not playing politics, denying he's not an Igbo. I'm confused. Though.
No, let me tell you, during that election, when Peter Obi went to River State, we were in Upper Square during our morning walkout, you know?
Right.
And people were like hailing, oh, Wike will support Peter Obi. He has told with Peter Obi, leave other positions for me and we will support you in presidential. And I was laughing, and everybody was like, even Muso Keke, as the one mother not know. And he was asking me, all of them were saying that this man will support. I said, no, forget Wike. Wike can never support any Igbo man. Take it from me.
That's
That I have known
that's
him. So
unbelievable.
it is not new. What is happening is not new. You know,
But why will he be denying that he's not an Igbo man?
that is his business.
that
I don't want
doesn't-
anybody
that
to.
doesn't make sense.
If you
to
don't
me.
want to be an Igbo man, that's your business.
Exactly, it's not even a big deal.
It's not a
I'm
big
just
deal.
curious
Yes, I
as
know.
to why he is denying not.
So
I
look
mean,
at
he
the
should be
chaos in
proud to be
Nigeria.
an
Look
Igbo.
at the
I mean,
anarchy and chaos in Nigeria because of one person.
No,
That
okay.
is, our president cannot take a decisive decision on somebody he gave a position as a minister of federal capital.
But let me ask you something. If Wike is the current governor of Rivers State, I'm just asking.
Yes.
Do you think that Tinubu will have declared state of emergency in Rivers?
What?
If he did, if Wike will even obey that, and that's one thing I like about Wike now.
You know, my position on that is this. Fubara, that is the only problem I have with Fubara. You see, remember that statement, that docility where he had led Nigeria.
Exactly.
Jonathan, former president of Nigeria, when everything was clear that election was going to be rigged,
right,
and he said that no blood of any Nigeria, no ambition of any person is worth blood of any Nigerian. Beautiful.
Right.
Fubrana said no something that is no person's ambition is what peaceful. The peaceful nature of disrupting the peace of River State.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
And
that no person's ambition is what destroying the peace of River State. Beautiful. But Ofiogu, the blood of a tyrant shall always be sprinkled on the tree of liberty.
Says by Ojukwu,
he
right?
Must fight. He must fight.
Exactly.
What are you saying? You know,
the guy, Fubara comes across as
he
a
cannot just sit down there.
He comes across as a very weak individual. I don't know what to make of him.
What is confusing me in all this thing is that Tinubu, our president, is one of those that fought military incursion into Nigeria, into politics in Nigeria. When he was a senator, when the military took over, he was organizing other senators to resist the takeover. Wow. Nadeko, he was part of one of the major sponsors of Nadeko.
Wow, that man has played a lot of roles.
Yes, he has played a lot of roles. But look at how things have are turning around. Well, that you now, the military you want to keep at bay, you are now beckoning them to take over government by instituting,
that's some crazy
suspending
move,
an elected governor and now instituting a military administrator to take over.
And moving forward, you know what's going to happen.
Remember what IBB
this
said.
Is going to be the norm now.
IBB said that military do not just take over government in Nigeria, but when there is anarchy and chaos, when there is disenchantment among the populace, that is when military strikes. Exactly. Now there is total disenchantment among the populace of Nigeria, and as if that is not bad enough, you now invited one of them
to be,
which means you are tired. Remember Fela?
Well, that's why I said that.
Remember Fela?
Yeah. A military way and a one way.
Ajoro.
Yes.
You know, now you've invited them to take over.
And but I expected the Rivers people to really fight or to really resist. But it looks like nothing. I'm honestly,
because
I'm shocked.
In Nigeria,
I mean, and they just moved on, and where is that state of emergency? That's what I'm still trying to understand.
You see,
this is unbelievable.
Do you know why I blame the people?
Sometimes I feel like punching through the. I swear to God, man, this is unbelievable. You just sacked a sitting governor. an elected governor.
By the people.
Yeah, by the
somebody
people.
elected by the
Yes,
people.
and put a
Leaving
military
somebody
person
you are appointed.
appointed.
Man,
And
that
everybody
is-
moves on like it's
that
normal.
is contradiction galore. I've never had.
Man,
You see,
I don't want to have heart attack.
Rivers people refuse to learn from history. When it happened in Anambra State, Anambra
During
people,
Ngige
yes,
period.
yes,
That's true.
when they sell,
Come on, tell me about it, because
Yes.
most of our viewers are young. They probably don't even remember.
when SLA hijacked the government,
When you say SLA, that's
Chris Oba,
Okay.
you know, and the state managed that Ngige has resigned, purported resignation and all those stuff. I know the history. You know, not
There
from
was a
reading
rumor
from
that
the
he
book.
was even put in the.
Of
back
course,
seat
it's
of-
not a rumor. That's why
Did that happen?
Ngige will tell you he was mannapped, not kidnapped, because he's a man,
Okay, manap.
not kidnapped.
Okay, kidnapping. Yes.
So I'm not telling you from what I read in pages of
pages of
newspaper,
this,
but from participants,
Ngige was-
people who participated in it and
Okay.
all those things. So Anambra people formed vigilante, followed him when Obasanjo and all these people stripped him of all security apparatus. Anambra people, he used
And when they
Anambra
kept
people.
Anambra people
And
to
kept working.
exactly.
Yet in River State, if it is oil line now, they will this
start
man
running
with
their mouth.
running elephantiasis of the stomach
What's his name?
Asare Dokubo.
Asare Dokubo.
will come to make noise.
You see,
That
because
speaks
they're
from
all
four spaces of his
they
mouth.
call them stomach infrastructure.
His own
Our
is-
people are so selfish. That's the
Look at what
that's
happened
the
in Ekiti. How the women came out to protest election rigging. This one in
You're
Rivers
talking
State,
about
as you said,
Ekiti.
yes, Ekiti. There was a time when the election was, the women
yes,
came
of
out.
course, now Ekiti riot or whatever.
Of
yes,
course.
Yes.
You know,
But here,
Look at all-
I'm proud of Anambra because I don't think such thing will. There's a rumor now where this, like I said, this is just an introductory edition of DISSECT.
yes.
I know we are now moving along to
I
other
know.
issues, but just this to give them an idea of what will,
It will be very explosive.
exactly.
We'll call
exactly.
names, we'll call issue. Anything we are going to say in DISSECT is based on raw facts. No fiction.
Exactly.
When we want to discuss issue, there's nothing fun in Nigeria anymore that will come to start laughing. You know, we need to say things the way
Like
they
the way
are.
it is.
You know, but
No
the-
sugarcoating and let
no
the consequences.
sugarcoating. Look at what
for
is
where
happening
it may.
in everywhere in Anambra State. Look at kids killing people. Look at everything.
Sometimes I
Look at the Anambra election is coming up. And that is
Exactly.
where we show people what DISSECT is all about.
Well, I'm thinking that Anambra election will be a walk in the park, though. I'm not sure.
It will not.
You think so?
it-
I don't think there's a serious content
Well,
for Soludo.
no, well, you don't know.
Who will it be?
Ukachukwu is not a pushover.
I
That
don't
I know.
I
I'm not saying he will win, but I can tell you for a fact that he's not a pushover.
The only person that would have, in my own opinion, would have been Valentine Ozigbo. Had he been, he remained in
Labour Party.
But I don't understand that guy. He just
I
just turned to another political.
I don't know.
I just don't understand him. He left PDP and joined Labour, then left Labour to APC.
That is
and he was pushed out.
political harlotry. Political harlotry. Look at all the
I'm telling you, I'm so
defection in Nigeria.
Yes, I'm
everybody.
I'm so
Which
disappointed.
means they
What
don't
the heck is
believe.
going on?
They don't believe in the
anything.
people voting for them.
Not only that, they don't believe in anything.
No, they don't.
They don't believe in anything.
It is.
Almost every governor in Nigeria now is defecting to APC. So
What does that tell you?
And it's not
Because they want to hold on to
That's what
power.
I'm saying. You're not
So they don't believe that people voted for them. That's what it means.
And that's what I don't understand. They're not even defecting because people want them to defect.
Exactly.
They're just defecting on their own,
Eh?
regardless of how the people that voted you feel.
So
crazy,
please
man. I
brace
don't
up your
understand.
seatbelt. Be ready for the explosive nature of DISSECT. We will dissect. It is total dissection.
This will be a weekly event. Every Fridays, I want you guys to come and join us. I don't care where you are
It
to
will be
discuss the issues.
a discussion modality.
Exactly.
You know, We would rub minds together, talk of how our country will be good for our children. You know, so I don't know why Igbos. If you read the history of Africa, in Muslim, there's Yorubas in Ghana. There's Yorubas in this. There's Fulanis in that. There's Hausas in that. Then if you see Igbos in Edo, they will tell you they are not Igbos. Meanwhile, what of the Igbos in Rivers State? Some of them, like Wike, you said,
yes,
we tell you they are not
they are
Igbos.
not Igbos.
It's because I know it's not that we are efulefus. We are not.
That's what I'm saying. That
So
one
we need to keep our hands together, get our hands together.
Yeah, you should be actually proud to be an Igbo.
Yes.
I don't understand why any person, and your last name, your first name is Igbo name, and you still denying that you're not Igbo. But that's a discussion for another day.
Yes, please.
I think we need to cut it off here.
Yes. And thank you, Ofiogu, for
no. This is your baby. And finally, we are ready. You know, like you said, it's never too late.
No,
you know, I think this is the right time for us to kick off this DISSECT.
Ideas don't die. So far, I keep nurturing them.
Exactly.
You know?
So it took 4 years, but hey,
we're
here.
Yes. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Igbo ya n'olu anyị, Nigeria ya n'olu anyị, Africa ya n'olu anyị, and the world will hear from us, because only the truth shall set us free.
Yes.
We must, because it's too much. It's getting too much. And apathy cannot lead us anywhere. Exactly. We must confront every issue head on.
I'm already doing it. You know, I'm already doing it. Ndị chọrọ ha ga-emechi ọfịa ụgwọ ọnụ. You haven't seen anything.
Yes.